Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
And we're back, bringing you all our thoughts on everything happening in nerd culture. Lots to cover this week. What just happened to your camera, James? That was weird.
My white balance thing just shifted.
We have a lot to talk about this week, lots to catch up on. We didn't have an episode last week because we were at Megacon, which it didn't feel like that was only last weekend. I feel like a lot of time went by since then. But we're definitely gonna
so long ago.
Yeah, seriously. But we're gonna talk about that, give a recap on our experience there, and then we'll talk about what else is going on in the nerd culture. But before that, how have you guys been over the past week? Any nerdy things?
Yeah, I got a couple of nerdy things. And I have my list right here too, handy dandy. So been picking up some anime. I started, it's called A Sign of Affection. It's this like romance slice of life anime. Oh man, it's so good. You guys check it out. People say I only watch Battle Shonen. It's called A Sign of Affection.
Is that on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, A Sign of Affection. So it's it's on Crunchyroll. I think it's 6 episodes out right now. I'm watching it dubbed though. So interesting thing about this is the main character, she's deaf, so she uses sign language. And coincidentally, I actually just started learning sign language myself. So
nice.
Yeah, after seeing that, I was like, all right, I'm all in.
Wait, how are you learning sign language? Because I also want to learn sign language.
So there's an app called, I think it's called Langvano or Lingvano. I can send it to you.
Okay.
And then I actually just signed up for courses. Oklahoma School for the Deaf. They have these online courses, and it's free, starting in the spring. So you can sign up. I'll send you a link for that.
Yes, thank you, please.
Yeah, it's a free guided course of learning sign language. So yeah, if you guys have that goal in mind,
I do.
There's a lot of free resources out there. I used a couple different apps. They all sucked, but Lingvano so far was the best app. And then I'll try the actual instructor-led course through Oklahoma School for the Deaf, and then we'll see how far I get with that. So far it's pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, definitely send me that because I'm definitely interested. And I tried to look for like resources, but I was finding stuff that you had to like pay for. So I would definitely like to.
Yeah, and it's definitely not cheap at all.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, do I really want to do this? But I would definitely like send me the free stuff for sure.
Got you. Other than that, I've been playing Zelda. So
nice.
I beat
back in Zelda.
Yep, I beat all the temples now. So the elemental temples, I did all those. I fought Ganon. I thought I beat the game because it was like Ganon's the last boss always. So I was like, oh snap, I just beat the game. But then he was like, all right, let's run it back. So apparently you got to run it back and fight Ganon again. So because the crazy thing is I didn't have the Master Sword or none of that. So I was like, oh snap, this is the end of the game.
You didn't have the Master Sword?
I was just playing all the missions. So I'm kind of speedrunning it low key. I'm just playing the missions. I don't even have all the heart containers. I have like half the available heart containers. But I was giving them some work though. I gave them some crazy work. It only took me like 3 tries to beat them.
Nice.
But yeah, I got some pretty strong equipment, and some pretty strong armor. So I feel confident that I can take Ganon on. So hopefully I'll have that beat this week, and then I will be starting Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Woo! Yes.
Yes.
You should definitely start that for sure. I'm very excited for you to love that game. And if you tell me you don't like it, I will be very sad.
Oh man, there's a lot riding on this, guys.
There is.
Then what else? Oh wait, the PlayStation Portal is available on Amazon. I might.
Are you really? You're gonna wait? Seriously, you're gonna buy it?
I'm thinking about it.
Oh man,
it'll probably sell out, so then I won't have to. But yeah,
it's not gonna sell out. You can definitely you have to, somebody has one of us has to buy it. So James, you can give us a real life. You can give us your real life opinion on it. It's fine. $200. It's light for James. He got it. He's gonna go buy that. He'll be great.
But since I've been playing my Switch, I used to play my Switch where I would play my PS5. So I guess I don't need the Portal at the moment. But like if I do travel, I would like to, pull up my PlayStation Portal, play some Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you don't have to be traveling. You could be anywhere. You could just be out.
Yeah, I could be in my room where my PS5 is not. So
yeah, exactly. Just anywhere else.
Yeah, since I don't really travel that much. So yeah, you're right.
Okay, sure. But yes, definitely report back on that. Though. Jaja, what have you been up to?
So before I get into my nerdy things, just to it's funny that you mentioned the PlayStation Portal because I was watching a video about this new phone controller that came out, and a couple people are saying like it's better than like the Razer Kishi and the the backbone,
Backbone, yeah.
and it's called the G8 Galileo. And it looks
So
like an Xbox controller. The handles look like an Xbox controllers, and the way the analog is set up is like an Xbox controller. So if you like, and the triggers and bumpers are like an Xbox controller. And what's cool about it is that it stretches out to a certain length, but you can open it up and hack it to get it to go bigger, and you can like put a tablet in there. So like some people were using it as like a PlayStation Portal. You know what I mean? With like a big tablet, like you can make the
Oh,
screen
just for like remote
size you
play?
want. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it works with
maybe I should get
remote
that.
play, Game Pass, like
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it now, yeah.
so you'll be able to do retro games, stream Game Pass, stream PlayStation Portal with any t- iPhone tablet device. Well, the new iPhone has USB-C. It does USB-C. It doesn't do Lightning, so
No.
you'll only be able to use the new iPhone with it. But anything with USB-C, you'll be able to use with it. So I'm looking at getting that controller because my Razer Kishi kind of like conked out on me. So I don't have a phone controller right now. But this one looks like it's the one. So
What is the phone? Okay, I have a question. So I see that. Oh, okay. It says pass-through charging. Because like, how do you charge your phone while you're using this? Because like when you're if you're playing like Xbox and PlayStation games on your phone, how long does your battery last when you're doing that? Not long, right?
um,
I'm assuming.
well, my bad. I've had my phone for a couple years, so my battery's not the best. So it's not the best like judge. But yeah, some of them have pass-through charging. This one
Yeah,
does.
this one has pass-through charging. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So I guess you could just keep
And
it
it's not a
plugged in.
Bluetooth one. It connects to your phone. So
Yeah,
that's a plus. But yeah, it's a new phone controller that everyone's talking about. Thought I should mention it. But getting into my nerdy things, um, what have I been? Oh, yes, I watched some animes. Got to
nice,
keep up with this 30 anime a year thing. So I finished um Chainsaw Man.
nice.
Nice.
So I'm gonna grab another one from the anime of the year and probably try and blaze through that real quick. But yeah, I can see why it's on the list. It was amazing. I
Hmm.
really enjoyed it. The I'm starting to like notice that I like the crazy main characters who are just nuts. They're just like nuts.
That's MJ for sure.
He is nuts. So yeah, I enjoyed that. And then ever since Megacon, I have started One Piece up again. I was inspired from Megacon to just watch
Let's give him
One
a round of
Piece.
applause.
Like I gotta
Yay.
get on it. I gotta get on it. So this week I went from like I guess episode like 35 to and now I'm at 105. So
Oh, he's getting it in.
Wow.
blazing hip hop and R&B. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I've been running it. I'm like, all right, this is like I'm running it alongside like the little animes that have like not little animes, but the 12 episode anime seasons. So I'll grab another one that has a short season while I'm watching One Piece on the side. That seems to be working for me. Power World. I was playing Power World until the update came out. I think it was the 8th or the 9th. I think it was the 8th. Update came out. It's like, cool, update. Let me check out the update and try and open my game, and it just crashes as soon as I
Dang.
try to join
I
the server.
I've been
And I
hearing a
was
lot
like,
of
oh,
Xbox people have
fudge.
been having problems with the game crashing.
So
Sure.
I was like, yo, what the heck? Like, is my file corrupted? Every time I try to launch the game, it would crash at the same exact spot. When you press your server, start game, it shows the little loading symbol, and as soon as you hear the music, that's when it crashes. So I
Dang.
was like, oh, this is messed up. Like my file is messed up. So I was I was kind of like slow to like research how to fix it, because I thought I wasn't gonna be able to fix it. Um, and it turns out that right before the update, the Skull and Bones beta dropped on the 8th. So I was trying to get into that, and it asked me to log into my Epic account, and then I kind of stopped because I was like, this is like I don't know. I thought it was giving me a hard time getting into the Skull and Bones beta. So I left it like that. And then I did some research, and then looking at the error code every time it crashes, it says something about my Epic account. So I'm like, oh shoot, maybe it has something to do with when I tried to log into my Epic for Skull and Bones. So I logged into my Epic account, ran the game again, and it worked. But this is after like 3 days of me like I uninstalled the game. I repaired all the files. Like I did mad stuff before I got to that point. But anyway, got it back up and running. But yeah, I'm still playing Power World. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, maybe I should let the game like update a little bit before I like just complete everything because I got pretty far. I'm like exploring and doing. I'm think I'm gonna start a new game and have that as just my like downtime game when I want to take a break from whatever new main game I choose. So that's where I'm at with Power World. Um, that's it for me. Yeah.
Sorry to tell you. Yeah, so I've been hearing that the game, like a lot of Xbox players have been having problems with the game crashing. So sorry to you guys. But I'm glad you got it to work. But I've also been seeing a lot of people say that they've like completed everything that there is to do in this patch, and I'm just like, well, how long is it going to be until the actual game comes out? I
About
feel
a
like
year.
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's weird for me because like I haven't really explored like half the map. I'm like let's say I'm like at 35-40% of the map right now. And I have like damn near all the pals. Like
Mm.
I have like close to 100 pals and there's only like 111 and then plus some alternate ones. So it's like you know what I mean? It's like I'm reaching. I want to like I want to see how it is to play with friends. So I don't know if I might start over and do it with some friends, but I don't know. I'm just like kind of like
Did you
analyzing where the game is at versus the content and such.
did you beat all the tower bosses or not yet?
Oh, I beat
No.
one,
You beat so you still have a good chunk of
but
things
it
to do.
wasn't very hard. It's not like it's some like, okay, you beat the tower boss. You don't get anything special for beating the tower boss. You just get to say you beat the tower boss. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not a completed game yet, so maybe that'll change.
So yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we're gonna talk about Power World in a little bit. Power World is reminding me
Sure.
of a specific time, but I'll talk
Mm.
about it when we get there.
That's a good cliffhanger. Keep on
What
listening.
have I been doing? I was supposed to start watching a lot of anime this week, but I have not started yet because James, don't look at me like that. I know I'm gonna get to it, but I got caught up watching a live action show, so I'm just like, I'll get to the anime when I'm done with
Is
this.
it an anime based live action
No,
show?
like a real, I just mean like a real show. Like
Okay.
yeah. So I started rewatching Shameless and I was like, this is a really good show. I forgot. So like now I've just been watching that, but it's fine. I'm going to get back on anime this coming week. It'll be great, guys. But I've been playing my PlayStation. I've been playing the Final Fantasy 7 DLC, in prep for the release of part 2 in a couple weeks. So I've been playing that. I'm not done with it yet. I didn't want to. It's only like 4 or 5 hours. I didn't want to rush through it, so I've been playing it in like little parts. So I'm almost done. I should be done by next week, I think. And I got The Sims to work on my Steam Deck, so I've been playing a lot of Sims
Nice.
this past week. So I got to get back to Zelda eventually before I forget how to play because I'm almost done. So I definitely should finish that. But I got Tears of the Kingdom to also work on my Steam Deck. So look at that. Gonna go from once I'm done with Breath of the Wild, I can start playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Um,
A lot of
what
gaming going on.
what else? I also have Kingdom Hearts on my Steam Deck now. So great, guys. This is not legal at all, so I should probably be speaking,
man.
but it's fine. I own well, no, I don't own Tears of the Kingdom, but I own Kingdom Hearts and I own The Sims. So it's all good, guys. But yeah, I got this stuff to work on my Steam Deck, so I'm very excited. So I'm gonna be locked in for a little while. Power World, I've only played Power World 2 times, so I feel like we'll get to that in a while, but I haven't played Power World this week. I've thought about turning on my Steam Deck to play it, but then every time, when you say you're gonna do something, but then you're just like, that's kind of like was me in Power World
Yeah,
all
once the
week.
time comes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you've been doing too, James, but we'll wait.
Me? Oh, what?
Not that I don't like the game.
I
I
feel
do like it, but
you know what this reminds me of? This
what?
reminds me of when like Squid Games came out and like everybody was watched it and I was just like, I still haven't seen Squid Games.
You haven't seen Squid
Man,
Game
you should
yet?
check that out.
You should.
Shannon, we talked about this.
You should watch the reality show too, because that was good.
Eh.
Okay. Okay. Well, you missed out. Well, I guess now that's what happens when things are overhyped, but we'll talk about that.
But that's what's happening with Power World. So
That is what's happening with Power
Dang.
World. But we'll talk
Hate to
about
see
that. James directly contributed to it. What do you mean? He didn't even really want to play. But yeah, let's talk about Megacon. So we're 1 week removed from Megacon. What did you guys think? So we were there. So Megacon was the first time that we were all together in person. Like meeting in person.
Yeah, applause
all,
for that.
just
Well, that was the
all
first time
three of
I
us.
met James.
Yes, that was
and,
the first.
and us
Yeah,
as a
well,
trio.
yes,
But
all three. Well,
yeah,
that's what I meant. Like all three of us in person. Like obviously, Jaja, like I know you from life. James, I've met a couple of times, but like not really like for any like prolonged period of time have we like been in the same place together. So yeah, this is the first time all three of us were together. So that was fun.
that was dope.
Yeah, it was a great time. So MegaCon was in Orlando last weekend, and we were there. James, not James, Jaja, you went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but all three of us went just Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I had a great time. It was a great weekend, guys.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah. What are some of the highlights for you guys? I have a lot of things that I wish I did, so I don't know better for next year. But like, what were some of your highlights?
Highlights. Orlando, well, Universal. Universal was a highlight for sure. I'd never been to Universal, so good highlight.
Not even in Japan? You didn't go?
Nah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So MegaCon had an exclusive like event in Universal Studios like after the con on Friday. So if you bought a ticket, it was like closed to the public and it was just like people who attended MegaCon. So kind of had the whole park to ourselves. Didn't have to wait on line. We didn't wait really on any line. So it was great. I got to ride things that I've never gotten to ride before because of the wait times, like on a normal day. So that was definitely worth it. The ticket was cheaper than what it costs to get into Universal on a regular day. And we got a $25 food voucher. So that was a good deal.
Yes, it was a very good deal. It
Yeah.
definitely worked out because on a usual day, those rides that we were going on, they're like at least 45, 50-minute wait.
Longer, because last time I was in Universal, the Hagrid's motorbike ride that we got on, when I went there to Universal last time, the wait time was over 100 minutes. So I definitely was not getting on that. So the fact that we waited like 15 minutes to get on that ride, it was amazing. And that was like the best ride I've ever been on. It was great.
Yeah, that was my favorite ride.
Went on the Hulk. We went on both Harry Potter rides. We went on the Spider-Man and King Kong 3D ride. It was nice.
We went on the Velocicoaster, which was another roller coaster I couldn't get on last time. Yeah.
Yes.
And that was really fun too.
That was fun. Fun. Little side note about the Velocicoaster. I found out a couple of days after that, after the park closed, after the extended hours party, I think something happened with the ride. I don't know if they were
it was closed. It was closed for multiple days. Yeah.
It's been like, I don't know if it even opened back up yet.
No, I think it did. I saw online that it opened back up.
Yeah, somebody told me like they were trying to they were like trying to keep it very hush hush as the reason why it closed.
Yeah, but I heard that it was because they needed new brake pads and they were waiting on the parts.
That's what I heard, that they needed a part to come in. But I'm like, why would they keep that such hush hush? Like, I don't know. They didn't want to say the reason really, but anyway, like that's a little side note, but.
But so good thing that was after, because I would have been sad if it was not working.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I went on the ride that day. Don't tell me that. I'm already iffy about like really crazy roller coasters.
They just needed new brake pads.
Yeah, that's it.
But anyway, that ride is super fast. So yeah, get your brake pads for that, man. Jesus Christ, you're going over like, I don't know the stats, but like it felt like I'm going 100 miles an hour on that roller coaster. And then the big drop is halfway. Sorry if you spoiler alert if you haven't gone on this ride, but the big drop is like halfway through it, and I wasn't ready for that.
I had a great time. I love roller coasters. So I loved everything. It was great.
Lost my voice for the next 2 days. That was great.
Yeah. But what about what were your favorite parts of like the actual convention? I know all the after. We'll talk.
I love the cosplay. This was my first year doing cosplay, and it was a success. I got a lot of compliments on my cosplay. And
I'm glad it actually came for you to be able to wear it.
I got to witness
tell the people
James
what your cosplay
in
was,
the flesh. I was Mikey Manzaro from Tokyo Revengers. I had the jacket on.
You should have seen him out there.
Thursday, I had it on Friday, wearing it off the shoulders the same way Mikey does. I saw one other homie with the same exact jacket. It's fine if it was the same exact jacket because, we gang. So everybody got to have a jacket. So I got to take a picture with another Revenger. That was fire. And then the next day I saw another Tokyo Revenger. He had on what's the main character's name? Damn, I forgot when he actually joined. And his jacket has like a little Tamagichi. Yes, his jacket has like a yellow dragon going up the side, which is pretty cool. So Yeah, I like, and then I saw my favorite cosplay of the day was the Darkwing Duck Mandalorian that we saw. I thought that was so cool. And so my favorite was probably the cosplay and the art. You guys know I
Yeah.
like the art. So
Yeah, there were a lot of cool cosplays there. So that's always my favorite part of cons is to see like how creative people can be because I wish I was that creative, but maybe one day I will be. But I cosplayed as well. This is my second time doing it, and I did two different cosplays for 2 days. The first day I was Tifa from Final Fantasy, and that one was good. So people were asking for pictures, and I saw other Final Fantasy cosplayers. So like that was a fun and easy one to do. And then the second day I was Sailor Saturn, although my prop did not come in time for me to take it down there, and I could not find a foam prop out of all the prop stands
Oh,
at
man.
Megacon, but it's fine. But my prop arrived in the mail on January 6th. So literally 2 days after I got home, I was very mad. So I guess I'll just keep it and I'll just rewear that cosplay at some point. But yeah, I just kind of felt incomplete without the prop. I would have loved to have it, but it's fine. But yeah, the cosplay was my favorite part as well. I think next time I definitely want to make time to go to more things. So I went to one panel. I saw like Shamik Moore. He did a panel about the Spider-Verse and like a couple of like just his career up to a point now and like how it influenced Spider-Verse and things like that. So that panel was good. But I would have loved to see like Tom Hiddleston did a live show, I think both days too. I would have loved to see that, especially since I wasn't paying $260 to get his photo or autograph. So I would have loved to go to his panel. So I feel like next year if we go, I definitely just want to plan it out better and just like no, like I definitely want to go to these things. I think that's like the I think that's like the one thing that I regret is not going.
now that you mentioned that, that's why a lot of those side rooms, there was a lot of side, like there was the main floor and then there was like the side rooms, a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in there like we missed, and there was a lot of like things going on over there.
Yeah,
Like they
there's
had
a lot
like
of stuff.
some arcades. Like on Sunday, I actually went in one of those and saw like the semifinals of the battle bots that they were doing,
Oh, nice.
which is pretty cool. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
pretty dope. So like there was some stuff going on that we should probably get into. And
Yeah.
they were like showing a horror movie in one of those rooms. Like they had a whole horror theme, like short film.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
there was a lot of stuff that
yeah.
we didn't get to.
Cons can be overwhelming if you don't really know, like, because there's so much going on. Especially the show floor is overwhelming in itself, just because there's like hundreds of booths and like you can easily spend a whole day there. So you really have to like take time to like study the schedule of a con like before you go, just so like you can map out a solid plan for sure. It's definitely worth
Yeah.
doing because
We
like we
did do the
did
Harry Potter trivia though.
we did do the Harry Potter. I forgot about that,
Yeah,
but
I
we
passed
were.
that with flying colors too. That was crazy.
Okay. James was just writing down nonsense for the Harry Potter trivia. It's actually quite funny. But there was a question that that host, the answer was not correct, but it's fine. We won't dwell on that. But that was fun. Um but yeah, definitely taking time to like study the schedule. I definitely want to make sure I do that for next time. But I still had a great time though. It was super fun. Spent way too much money. But you know, it's all good. It was worth it. I was telling James Jaja before you got on that my Keyblade, I got my Keyblade on Thursday.
Yes.
I bought like a life-size metal Keyblade from the con, and then I had to ship it home to myself because I couldn't take it on the plane, which I didn't realize till after I bought it. But I opened it and I was like, the quality is not as great as like what it looked like when it was on the fence, like chained up on
Not the
the
bait and
thing.
switch.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's still cool,
What-
but I'm just gonna hang it up
but
anyway, so like it's fine. But
I was gonna say you missed the craziest part of the story that you shipped it to yourself and it got there before you got there and
no,
it was
no,
outside the house
oh
and you
yeah,
had me worried about it the whole
yeah.
day.
It's my fault though, because like whatever, the male people are like really dumb around here. Like I have two doors. Like I have a white door that you can open and put like stuff in, before like the actual door that you put your key in. So like people just leave leave the packages outside the door and they don't even bother to just like open the door and put it in between the two doors. It's just sitting outside. I was like, what the hell? So I was scared that I wasn't gonna be there, but it was there still, so that's good. But yeah, the quality of the Keyblade is like not the best, but I'm just gonna hang it up anyway, so it's fine. But I was just like, this looked a little better at the actual con, but it's fine. Uh,
It's metal though, right? It's
no,
like
it is metal. It's metal. It's metal.
okay.
but the handle's kind of loose. Like it spins, and I'm like, this handle shouldn't be spinning like this, but it's fine. It's fine. I put the skin on my plate. I got a cool Sailor Moon skin for my PlayStation. And I put that on, and my PlayStation looks really cool now, and on the controller. So that's cool. And then yeah, I bought like these. Me and James bought like these. I don't know how to describe them. They're like bills with like anime
Money.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
it's
me show
like
you money.
yeah. James has it. James has it close. I have to buy frames for mine, so I haven't touched them yet.
Same, yeah, you know what I mean? Money spread.
Yeah, and it's like made out of this
Oh,
like metallic material, so it's not like paper, which is good
So it's
because yeah,
not flimsy.
not
Mhm.
flimsy.
You know,
So yeah. So James, you got like a JoJo's one. What other ones did you get?
got this DBZ.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's glaring a little bit. And then I had to get One Piece.
Yep.
Mhm.
Whereas I got just a whole bunch of Sailor Moon characters. I spent way too much money on those.
Man,
But
Shannon was trying to have a money spinning contest out there. Peer pressuring me. Peer pressuring us all into buying things.
Listen, I was the referee. I had to keep track of both of y'all.
I don't know who spent the most. Was it me or you? I feel like James.
think
You spent
It's
it.
probably Shannon. Yeah, it's probably
No,
Shannon.
was it
I
me?
didn't witness. James snuck off and did some behind the scenes spending, so he might have topped you. But from when we were together, it's definitely
That's
Shannon.
true. James got there early on Saturday and bought stuff, and then went back to his room and put it back. So who knows what he spent money on? What'd you buy when you went when you went in the morning?
Mostly pins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got that wrestling metallic poster. I need to figure out where to put it so that it's in frame here. So I might gotta move some stuff in my
Yeah, you could
my
put it
background, but
above this photo that's
yeah, I
on
think
your
maybe
yeah, right there.
here,
That's what I was looking
here.
at. Yeah. So yeah, I probably spent the most money, even though like I was determined to not spend that much money, but it's fine.
Shannon she kept bringing that
I'm
budget up, boy.
Yeah, that was funny. I can't spend anymore, but then I want this, and then yeah.
That's because I was
blinking when
trying
look
not
at
to
that
blow
little
my
bit.
entire budget, but I actually did not go over budget. So look
Nice.
at that.
You can. I was gonna say, I didn't get to do the one thing. Well, I wanted to see Marissa Tomei,
Right.
and I went there for when she was gonna be there, and she wasn't there. Waited there for about a half an hour. Didn't get to see her, but I got to see a whole bunch of other people. Gina Davis, Holly Marie Combs. I saw Danny Trejo, saw Robbie Amell, and Felicia Day, and what's the guy from Arrow? I forget his name,
I forget his
but
name.
he was there.
Mm.
So, and then Shamik Moore. What's dope about Shamik Moore is that where his little booth was located is like you enter the celebrity section, and then you have to pass by his booth to enter the second like level of the celebrity section. So like when I didn't see when I walked past him the first time, but coming out of it, I look right to my right, and I'm like, yo, Shamik Moore is right here. Yo, holy crap. Yo, it was crazy where his booth was located. Like, I'm surprised there wasn't like a huge crowd around there. Even though it was very crowded on the show floor, like
It
the whole
was.
place was crowded. Even though it was huge, it was huge. But I felt like there was a lot of wasted space, especially in that beginning part
Yeah,
where
there was
like
a
you were
lot
coming
of
in.
empty space where they could have spread it out a little more,
But
but
it was huge, but it was packed. Like
it was, especially on
packed.
Saturday. It was packed on Saturday. It was crazy. Yeah, but overall I had a great time. On Saturday we went out to one of the after parties that they had. Just me, James, and my friend that came with us. Jaja, we missed you
Yes.
there.
How was that? How was that?
It was fun ish.
Yeah, we had a blast in there.
We did. There was a lot of interesting things happening, but it was a fun time. There were a lot of people there, so that was cool. But like, I feel like their after party events like weren't greatly advertised, because like the only reason we even found out about that is because we just happened to walk past that booth where they were like giving out the flyers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the after events, and it was hard to find the after events on the actual website, so I feel like they need to like advertise that better, for sure.
I think the whole event I've never been there before, but it was extremely unorganized in terms of like finding where to go for certain things and like funneling the crowd for like leaving. I know like a lot of the parking lots got filled and you had to take a shuttle bus to where your car was parked, and like the lines for those shuttle buses was like no organization at all. Like a lot of people were, I heard just like were complaining about how disorganized it was. And I'm not sure if that's like something that happens every year or if it wasn't just overcrowded this year, but like they could have did a little better with the organization, I think, of certain things.
Yeah. Is this still like how long has MegaCon been going on? Is this like a newish con?
No, I think it's been going on for years. Like as
Oh,
long as I've been down here, which is like at least 5, 6 years. So I
okay.
think it's been going on for longer than that.
Interesting.
But I even heard like for like some of the photo ops, you schedule your photo op, you're supposed to be there at a certain time, and then like the celebrity's not there,
Right.
or like it takes too long to get your photo, and then you miss like you could possibly
You
miss
missed something
something
else.
else that you paid for. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it was
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Megacon started in 1993, so
Really?
it's over 30 years in the making.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like it's been like it felt like a Comic Con. Like it felt like it was the same size and
Yeah, it was
strength of
definitely
Comic Con. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, it was fun. Yes, it was a little unorganized, but I feel like every con in a way is a little bit unorganized in some
Oh,
department.
for sure.
But
This the biggest
Madness.
con I've been to. So I think unorganization is just a con thing now. Not well, unless Anime NYC is a bigger con, it would be
I don't
either
think
one
so.
of these two.
Yeah.
So
No.
Anime NYC
yeah,
is definitely newer than MegaCon. For sure.
30 years.
It's smaller
yeah,
than
that's what
both
it
Comic
says.
Con and MegaCon, that's for sure.
Well, Anime NYC might be bigger than because Anime NYC is taking the whole Javits Center this year, so I feel like this year is going to be bigger
Ooh, I
than.
think I gotta go to that one.
I thought you
Gotta
said you
check out those
it's going to be right in the
tickets.
middle of your other cons, James.
I'm
Those
going to
tickets are.
BlerdCon for sure.
I do want to go to BlerdCon because the tickets are cheap, so I'm gonna buy that. Well, I sent them an email for a press for a media badge, but they have not gotten back to me yet. So who knows, guys? We'll see.
I'll give them a nudge.
But Anime
Out
NYC
of the
tickets are also on
three,
sale.
what would you say is your favorite one if you had to choose?
Oh, I haven't been to James. You've been to BlerdCon before, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was
BlerdCon.
talking about the cons that you've been to. Like I was thinking Anime
Oh,
NYC, MegaCon, and Comic Con. I've never been to BlerdCon,
oh,
so
well, Comic-Con, I haven't been to a Comic-Con in like a few years, so like that's automatically out of the running for me. But Anime NYC, I had a great time at Anime NYC last year, but I like MegaCon because there's more, it's a wider variety of fandom and not just anime. So I enjoyed that. But we're gonna see Anime NYC this year if I actually get a ticket before the tickets sell out because they're on sale. That's what I hate about cons. It's like once the con is over, tickets for next year go on sale like a couple weeks later, and I'm just like, come on, guys. Give people time for their pockets to recuperate. Because
Yeah, we just blew all this money on merch.
yeah, MegaCon 2025 tickets are going on sale in March. And I'm just
you
like,
already sent the email. Yep.
yeah. And I'm just like, okay.
It's like, do y'all even know who's gonna be at the next MegaCon yet? You selling me the
No.
tickets?
Right. So like just give it to, I feel like they should give it a couple months to breathe so people can like regenerate their pockets before you like pressuring them to buy tickets again for next year.
We haven't even recorded our recap video yet.
I know. I need to,
Nor
yes,
our
I need
TikToks
to.
of all the stuff we bought.
I know. Yes. James, you have to record your own and send it to me. Especially since none of your stuff is out the box yet. So you're definitely in a position to do that.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting on for real.
Jojo, did you buy anything? What did you buy?
I bought some stickers.
Okay.
Some Attack on Titan stickers.
Look at Jojo,
Yeah.
the most responsible one out of all of us.
It was more about the cosplay for me this year. Like
yeah, for sure.
Like
I think
had,
actually
professional cosplay and VFX artists there. That's probably was my favorite part was like seeing the actual people that get paid to do this, and they have bigger budgets, of course, to do fancier stuff. So like some of the cosplays were incredible.
Yeah,
it
crazy.
looked movie level.
Yeah, James, you didn't talk about your favorite part of the whole trip when you met
Kiara, please.
Yes, James
met.
met.
She was at the after party.
Yeah, I don't know if Jada, do you know who Kiara Please is? I didn't actually know who she was either, but I learned something
She's
that
listening
day.
now, so don't embarrass us.
You didn't plug the podcast to her. So she's a YouTuber. She's a cosplayer, and she's a YouTuber. So she was at MegaCon because me and Spivey saw her earlier. Like we were walking like right behind her when we were going in on Saturday, but she was also at this after party that we went to. And James was like fanboying over Kira Please. I'm like, who is this? But yeah. Well, she has 985,000 followers.
Listen, if I saw one of the YouTubers that I follow, I would have been fanboying too.
No, I know. But yeah,
YouTubers are like low-key celebrities now.
Yeah. No, of course they are. Yeah. So maybe I'll start following her because like it was cool. She was really nice. So like we went up to her, me and James, and then James asked her for a photo and she was really nice about it. And then I took their photo and then she was like, she had she was like, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you." I'm like, "Oh, she was really nice," because I didn't really talk to her really much, so that was cool. That's why we should have had our business cards, guys. Yeah, listen to our podcast.
Dang, yeah, we'll
Come
have
on
them
our
next time.
podcast.
Next time we got a vlog like everybody else.
We do. I have to learn how to do that, but we definitely do. We
Yeah.
definitely need to hand out cards when we run into like these, notable people. We definitely need to like ask them if they want to come on our show, because that's how we
And when
get
these people run up to Shannon like they
credibility.
do, man, you should have seen it.
Okay. Okay.
Run up to Shannon and James.
And
So,
James.
let me get a picture. I need a picture. Oh my God, that's a wonderful cosplay. I think James wins the contest out of all three of us for his Psychic K cosplay.
People love that
Like,
cosplay. People hit us
went
up.
That's my bad.
crazy. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Left and right, James is getting stopped for pictures and then compliments that he didn't even hear. Like, I just hear people
Yeah,
walking past. Oh, that's Psychic K. Oh my God, look at Psychic K. I'm like,
we
who
went
is
up
Psychic K?
right.
I haven't even seen the show. I had to go home and watch an episode to see who the show was.
And James, and somebody said they were going to feature James. What did they say? We were at a booth.
Yeah, they were going to feature James for the 29 Days of Black Cosplay this month.
Yeah, James is
days,
famous.
So I don't know the actual Instagram tag, or else I would.
I got his Instagram. I need to pull it up.
But yeah, James is gonna be featured for a day.
James is famous, so James should
and
talk
what's funny
about
is one of my coworkers I went with on Sunday, she was the female Psychic K, so that was pretty interesting.
Oh, cool.
See? Y'all gotta watch it.
I'll put that on my list of 30 animes for this year. I also put JoJo's on my list, so I told James I was gonna watch. I was gonna try to give JoJo's another chance. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with that. No promises, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad y'all were there to witness. This kind of stuff just happens to me. I do not be making it up.
It's true though. James was kind of just minding his own business, but that's fine. It's cool,
Shannon got her fair share. You got your fair share of Final Fantasy and Sailor Moon, like compliments.
Not my prop. That's true.
Tokyo Avengers ain't there yet in popularity, so people ain't know what the jacket was all about. And then one of my somebody I was showing pictures to pointed out, like, one of the symbols on the jacket looks very close to a swastika. So they questioned me.
Wait, who did?
A rebuttal. Like one of my friends, I was showing them pictures of my cosplay, and they were like, "Yo, you know that's a swastika, right?" And I was like, "No, it's not. Look at it; it's a little bit slanted. I'm trying to justify it, but it looks really close to a swastika."
Well, the swastika was originally a religious symbol
I'm sure it was, but I don't know the history.
But that's probably why, like, if you see something that looks similar to it, that's because it was a religious symbol.
Yeah,
so.
They actually censored it in the anime, so that's why they wear that white ribbon thing on their jacket, so it can cover up the actual. It's supposed to look like it. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
and I was mad I didn't have the white ribbon. I think that would have made it. That would have put it over the top, the cosplay.
Yeah. So, see what happens when we're missing props next year. That would not happen to me. I will have ordered everything months before, so we'll see. But yeah, anything else on Megacon before we move on?
It was a lot of fun. Invite us back next year, actually. Yeah, we'll give us some press passes.
Give us some press passes, Megacon. Give us a booth. Let's have a booth. I don't know what we would do there.
Or influencer badge. We can get an influencer badge.
I might even get a room at the Hyatt Regency, because that was clutch.
First of all, yeah, we went to James's room on Saturday. James had a TV in his mirror in the bathroom. Did you see that?
Did you? Yo, that's where all the celebrities are staying. That hotel is the spot right there. Holy crap!
That hotel was really nice, I must admit.
I'm like, you got a TV in the bathroom, James? Wow, in the mirror? That's fancy.
The TV was in the mirror. It was like holographic projected. That shit was crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah. We're all gonna be at the Hyatt Regency with James. It's gonna be cool.
For sure,
actually,
yeah.
I'm gonna take what I can get, because I didn't even have to pay for my hotel, so I'm gonna shut up. If I don't end up there, it's cool.
And it was connected to the con via Skybridge.
Yeah, super convenient. Didn't have to pay for Ubers, so like that's cool. That's worth it in itself, I think. But Ubers in Florida are actually very inexpensive, so I think the most we paid for Uber was like $10. Going anywhere. Yeah. What'd you say?
The parking was ridiculous for Megacon. Like, driving there, it was not like the best idea.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since they charge. How much were they charging? $35? $30?
35. I think on Saturday, they the overflow, the second or third overflow parking was Aquatica, and I have Platinum Pass for it over there, so I was like, can I just use my pass? And they let me use it.
But
So
you
I
know
didn't
what's
have to.
funny? Aquatica
It would
is
have been
so
about
close to like
$30.
the hotel, like me and Spivey were staying at. I'm like, oh, because we passed it on our way back home. We were just like, oh, Jaja could have just parked at our hotel. Would have been great because it was literally right. It's like right next to Aquatica. So that was
That's hilarious.
but yeah, Megacon was fun. Looking forward to going to more cons. I would definitely go back next year. So awesome. It's because Orlando there's a lot of fun things to do in the Orlando area. So that makes having a con there very primo for sure.
Primo.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Well, now on to some not so great news for Palworld. Palworld has lost over 1.3 million concurrent players since the launch on Steam, which is like a clickbait headline because like it's still doing well in terms of like the amount of players playing at one time. I think it's still at like 700,000, but it has dropped since the peak of 2.1 million when it first launched. So, it was very hyped in the beginning, which got a lot of people playing it. And, you have fall off of the people who are not really too interested in it. And now you just have the dedicated people who like this is their game. So I think that's what's happening.
I
I don't
mean,
think
I feel like my like first of all, this game is in game preview. Like it's
yeah.
not complete yet. Like it's still like a work in progress. So who knows if people might come back when it fully launches. And on top of that, like not on top of that, this is just a side note. I feel like if Pokemon came out with a Power World type game, like this is like Power is gonna be finished and everyone's just gonna go play Pokemon.
You think Pokemon's gonna come out with a Power World type game? I don't know.
They should.
They should, but are they? Isn't this what
They
people have been
should.
telling them to do for a long time? But they haven't. But no, this reminds me actually of the Pokemon Go era. When Pokemon Go first launched, super popular, but it was missing it was missing a lot of stuff, and then it fell off drastically. And then when all the stuff that people were waiting for finally launched, it's just like no one really was interested in it anymore. So it reminded me of this because like again, this game is in preview. We don't know when the full game is going to be out. When by the time it actually does like become a complete game, are people going to be as interested?
A lot of people still play Pokemon Go.
That's true. I'm very surprised actually.
Like it's not like as crazy as it was, but
Yeah.
like it's surprising how many people still play that game.
Yeah.
And when I go back to the game, I'm like, actually, this is actually like it is what you want it to be, like a mobile Pokemon game where you can catch Pokemon in the street, battle people, trade. Like it's a good game.
I mean, a lot of people still play it, but the phenomenon is nowhere near as great as it was when it first launched. And like,
The
just like
FOMO.
imagine if like a lot of those features were available when the game first launched. I feel like it would have had it would have had more longevity for sure. So this is what that is reminding me of. So,
Mhm.
did you play Pokemon Go, James?
I was one of those people that fell off after the summer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I fell off after the summer too. I did not touch it after that summer. But yeah, I definitely feel like the longevity with mass like participation would have lasted longer if it had like more of those features like upfront. But who knows? So, I mean, it's still clocking in around 700,000 players at any given time. So, it's still like the highest, it's still number 2 on the slot of like the highest played Steam game. So, I mean, we'll see. But if the full game takes another 2 years to come out, then I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, they got to capitalize, strike while the iron's hot, basically. But I mean, they still have to finish some of the
They still
stuff. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there's that piece as well.
So I mean, here's a question: is there even a point? Like, how soon should you release a game preview? Like, how much complete should the real game be before you even release a game preview? Like, if you know you're still like 2 years away from a game launching, is it a good idea to release the preview 2 years ahead of time?
Yeah, I don't think I would, because
I don't think I
then
would
you're
either.
competing with so many different other things coming out. People get excited for other stuff.
Yeah.
The shelf life of a game is not that long these days, because so many other games do come out in between.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. What do you think, Chacha?
I would say it's like like the situation based because like in Power World's case, they started off supposedly with like $10,000 and like you know they a billion times their money by launching it two years early and I was able to see like there's actually an audience for this game. but something like Grounded or Ark. I don't know. So you go to it and then you might forget about it that it even existed. Like you might even forget that when the full game launched. Like I know I didn't go back to Ark because I just didn't even know when the full game launched, and I was having trouble before. So
Mm.
I feel like a lot of people drop off too because of like the glitches and the crashes and all that stuff. That has something to do with it. Like some people just had a bad experience with the game,
Mm.
so that's one of the downfalls of coming out early. But I kind of I don't know. I'm 50-50 on the game preview, to be honest. Like I
Okay.
like it. I think it's a good idea,
No, I
and
think
it
a game
works.
preview is a good idea
Power.
too. But
And it
if
sucks that it's not a complete game, and now you're like you 100% of the not complete game, and then when the game completely drops out, it's like you might be missing out on some of the stuff that happened in the early game. You know what I mean? That
mm,
they perfected. You know what I mean? Like the experience might have been better as a full game.
yeah. Um,
So
no, I mean I think game previews are a good idea too. I just think you have to be strategic and when you release it. Like I just don't think there should be so much time in between a game preview and the actual launch of the game because one,
Yeah.
you're giving people ideas. So it's like, what if somebody comes out with a better idea than yours in that time? And then it's just like, oh, and then I don't know, we just have a bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of other things. Like, will people care about it when it finally comes out? But it might also spark like a lot of renewed interest in it. So who knows? Well, I guess we'll see when it gets closer, but we don't really know when the full game is set to launch at this point in time. So gotta continue to watch the numbers. James, are you gonna get back on there or what do you think?
Power, see, now I'm playing like other story-driven games that were on my backlog. So, like, I mean, I had some fun with Power World, but now I'm playing Zelda. Then I already plan to play Final Fantasy after that. Then Rise of the Ronin drops, I think, next month.
It
So
does.
it's kind of like it's in competition with all these other games. So, and then
Yeah.
for us working people, we have like a finite number of time to play, you know, the games. So
Yeah.
if I had
True.
more time, I would definitely be playing Power World more often. But it's dropped in my priority list.
Mm, look at that.
I'm still champion for it though. But
Yeah, for sure. It's a great game. It's a great game. But
yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna
you
pick it.
know
I'm
what
gonna
I
pick it up.
do? You know what I do miss in Power? The evolutions.
Mm,
I miss that they don't have
Yeah.
evolutions. And I wish they could would have stole that and even like spun it because like the PAL condenser, like you could put a whole bunch of the same PALs inside of this machine and it condenses them and adds the stats and boosts up the stats of one PAL. And it's like a star ranking, so you can get it up to 4 stars. And that it would have been nice that every time you get a star, there's like a little feature that changes or something like similar to an evolution, but not an evolution.
I don't
But
know. I feel like they're already dangerously close to being sued. But so I feel like
I
they're
miss the evolutions
probably best to leave that out. But
because it's like the little baby ones, like the little lamb furball. Like I'm not gonna use that past like a certain level. Like some of them are like obsolete. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
You
true.
just want the big bad ones. But anyway,
I mean, maybe that's a fix that's coming in the actual game. We'll see.
Yeah. If they get a big investment like Epic just got from Disney, then maybe they'll expand more.
There you go. Back with the transitions, James. Great.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't heard, Disney has bought a $1.5 billion stake in Epic Games to create an expansive universe within Fortnite.
So
smart.
this seems cool. Yeah, it does seem smart. At first, when I read this, I was like, they could have built another park with this $1.5 billion. But then I was talking to somebody and they were telling me, well, think about how much it costs to operate a park versus how much it's going to cost to operate a server. Like, so like they'll probably see a lot of profit on this versus if they were to use it to do something else. But this is cool though. There's no like talk of like when this will drop or like what the production timeline is. And I'm kind of confused the wording that they're using. I'm like, what does this mean? So I'm just gonna read a quote.
Yeah, like the
Um,
content. Like what is the content gonna be? It's just gonna be
yeah,
Fortnite with Disney characters? I don't think so. I think they're gonna do something
yeah, I think it's
creative.
gonna be different. Um, so hold on. I'm trying to find the quote that confused me. Okay. So during the Q1 earnings call, so the quote was, "This is going to allow people to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom in a distinct Disney way, and share content with each other in ways that they love." I'm like, what does that mean? That doesn't sound like Fortnite. So we'll see. Like, I think it is going to be something different for sure. But it's hard to tell like what exactly it's gonna be just because the language they were using is
I
so
mean,
vague.
I feel like every time I feel like what are they gonna do with Fortnite? They find something to just change the game drastically. Like all the
Yeah.
little moves and stuff that are in there right now, like
I mean, this looks like a Fortnite map, this like concept art that they released. So, I mean, I don't know.
some of the Fortnite modes are not about like even killing each other. It's just
Yeah.
like let's go have some fun in this big arena, like do
Yeah.
goofy stuff. Like they could do anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
I think that is what it's going to turn out to be. I mean, that's what I'm interpreting as since I can't really understand what they're saying. But we'll see, I
Yeah, it
guess.
seems like it's going to be like an in-game game engine type of thing. So like in Fortnite, there's these creator modes where you can make your own game modes. So if it, to me, I read it as they're going to be having that, but just Disney. So like they're going to have Disney create your own Disney game type of mode, sort of like Roblox, how
Mm.
the people playing the game are the ones making the different features of the game. So if that's the
And you
direction they're
just get
going,
all the Disney assets and
yeah,
rights
that
and
would be
stuff.
pretty cool. But I mean, if they're just going to be making Disney games outright, then that's also pretty cool. So
Yeah. I guess we'll see. As time goes on, it'll be probably a while before we hear anything about that, but that's a lot of money.
yeah,
So,
whole
like a
lot
lot of
money.
money. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. No date for that, but we did get a couple of dates for stuff in PlayStation State of Play, which was that this week? Last week? This week? This past week?
Last week.
Yep.
Oh
This
wow.
past week.
Time is a crazy construct. James, what has caught your eye from State of Play?
Truthfully, Final Fantasy.
Look at that.
Well, so there was a separate one for just Final Fantasy.
Yes.
So that one caught my eye a lot. It was like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, like 20 minutes. I think it's like 11 minutes. Yeah, something like that for sure. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that caught your
But
eye. That's what's making you want to play Final Fantasy even more now, huh?
yeah, it took me back to a simpler time of when I was watching Final Fantasy in middle school on my PSP. So, but yeah, no, the game looked really good.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
does.
what I thought Final Fantasy was. I thought it was all turn-based
Well,
JRPG.
the original game was,
Yeah,
but
so
they
I was
yeah,
out
the original game was turn-based, like all Final Fantasy games when they were first out were turn-based games, but the ones that are getting remade and the newer ones now are not turn-based. They're like more combat style. As we thankfully are moving away, I feel like, from turn-based
Yeah.
gameplay.
I also thought it was one continuous story. So like you had to play Final Fantasy 1 through 6 before 7
No,
made sense.
they're all
That's what I
different.
was thinking. So
Yeah. Every Final Fantasy is like a different story, so you definitely 7 is like a standalone thing. So
yeah. But from the State of Play, Foam Stars looked cool. I downloaded it. I'm gonna check it out. It looks kind of like Splatoon, how Nintendo has Splatoon. So it looks like PlayStation's
mhm.
attempt at that. Helldivers didn't look too interesting to me, but it's free, so I'll check it out. Maybe if I can get some people to play with. And then Rise of the Ronin for sure. I'm definitely gonna check
Oh
out.
yeah, when I saw that trailer, I was like, James would love this. This looks cool.
Yeah, so I'm already waiting on that. I should just go ahead and pre-order it.
I liked Stellar Blade. That looks interesting. So I think I'm gonna play that when it comes out.
Nice.
What else did I like?
Oh, Sonic Generations with Shadow.
Yeah,
Sonic
of course.
Shadow Generations.
Yeah.
I might, if it's a hot $70, probably not. But if it goes on sale, I may check it out.
What if they release it on PlayStation Plus?
I'll download it. There's
go.
no guarantee I'll play it, but I'll download it.
Dragon's Dogma 2. I've never played the first one, but Dragon's Dogma 2 looks good. It makes me kind of want to play the first one. It reminds me of Elden Ring a little bit, so we'll see.
Which we still all need to beat.
It's more like Dragon Age.
Dragon
You ever
Age?
played
Okay.
that game? Yeah.
No, actually I haven't, but
Dogma 2 is highly, highly anticipated. I can't wait for that game.
it looks good. The trailer looks good. I made the mistake of watching all 9 minutes of the Death Stranding 2 trailer, and I was just as confused and grossed out as I was when Death Stranding came out the first time. So has anyone played that
I
game?
skipped that part.
Okay, well you just
because I watched it after the fact, so it wasn't live. So it had the chapter things at the bottom. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and skip. It was like the end of the whole thing, so I skipped pretty much to the end.
Death Stranding is just a very odd game. Like it's just strange.
It's not my cup of tea.
It's just very, very strange. But people like it. Obviously, they made a second one, so cool. But not for me. I watched somebody stream it for a little while when it first came out, and I was like, what? It was more like a movie than it was an actual game. Like some of the cutscenes were like 20 minutes, and I was like, what is happening? But you know, for those that are into that stuff.
Cutscene sim.
Yeah, exactly.
Helldivers 2 looks crazy to me. Like I was watching the gameplay for that. I was thinking
Which
about buying that on
one?
Steam.
Did
Like
I watch that trailer? Oh, I
it's
didn't.
like Destiny-ish. Like it's like a 4-player co-op. You
Yeah.
drop into a map and beating bosses. It's cool. Like some of the co-op mechanics seem like kind of dope. Like you can like if someone's shooting a bazooka, you can reload the bazooka for your teammate, like while they're
Mhm.
shooting. Like some of the stuff I've seen is pretty dope. But then I also seen some people saying they were having like technical problems with the game, like it crashes a lot and stuff like that.
Mm,
So I hope they get that figured out. But that
yeah.
game caught my eye. Not too much else that y'all haven't said already.
Yeah. I think those were like the biggest things for me. Definitely Final Fantasy. I can't wait for James to play Final Fantasy and love it. You gotta hurry up, James.
Yeah. I should be done with Tears of the Kingdom probably today. I'm not really doing anything else today. I got to record my TikTok. That's going to take what 5 minutes. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping to finish it this week, and then next week next time we record, I should have started Final Fantasy if I finish Tears of the Kingdom. But I'm on
Nope.
call this week, so no telling.
You should make a commitment to just play it, even if you haven't played even if you haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom by next week.
Oh yeah,
You should have played.
yeah. I could just jump in. Maybe I'll just jump in today.
Just jump in. You know you want to. It's there. They're
I
waiting
actually
for you.
do, so
I'm excited.
I'm gonna jump in.
Unless you don't like it, then I'll be
Double
very,
Dutch
very
style.
sad.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big letdown. I'm gonna come up here slandering it so bad.
No, you're gonna like it. It's great. It's a little bit. It's not turn-based, but it is a little bit tactical because like you can jump. Like there's usually like 3 people in your party when you're fighting, so you can jump between characters and like have them do different things. So it's
I'm
tactical in
playing
that sense.
Cloud the whole way through.
It's tactical in that sense, but it's definitely not turn-based. So I think you'll be good. And
Gotcha.
another thing, the boss fights. Some of the boss fights take a really long time. I don't know why they designed it that way, but like the first boss fight that you do, it took me like 20 minutes to beat it. Like some of them are just really long. But it's fine. I wouldn't say that it's not fun. It's fun. But some of the boss fights are
I'll
longer
keep
than
that in mind.
others. Some of them are longer than others for sure. Great. Jaja, do you want to talk about Xbox? I know there were what was the story? There were rumors that Starfield and like other games were coming to PlayStation. What was going on?
There was a lot of freaking rumors this week that got me pissed off. Like they were saying that Xbox is gonna stop making hardware
Right,
and
yes.
just
I heard that.
become a third party like publisher, which is one of the dumbest and stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Please, Xbox, Microsoft, if you stop making consoles and let Sony just have their way, I will not buy a Microsoft game. I'll buy a PlayStation and I will not buy Microsoft games
Oh
because
man,
that is so phony. That is so
shareholders do
trash.
not want to hear that.
None of us want to hear there's going to be no Xbox console versus the PlayStation console. When they decide not to make a console, then you cannot make a console. As long as they making something, we just got the companies. We just are about to get like some good games, and y'all are gonna like have this idea of not like competing anymore. Like, come on, stop.
Is Xbox really even competing in the hardware department at this point though? Like
I mean, they Xbox, the
I
box
saw
itself.
I
is
saw
competing with
an
the
article
PS5.
recently that said PlayStation is outselling them 2-1. As far as hardware sales go, I mean that
yeah,
doesn't mean
hardware
that
sales. Yeah.
people aren't still playing, Xbox
Well,
stuff because you can
that's
play
what I
it
mean.
like on your
Yeah.
TV now. So
Yeah, I just
but
meant
hardware sales, yeah.
in terms of hardware. Like are people still buying like the physical Xbox console?
The PlayStation's been outselling them. It's just like they don't have a lot of like multiplayer games like Xbox does. So it's hard to get like the player count of like how many people are actually playing PlayStations versus playing Xboxes. But yeah, y'all have always outsold us on consoles. Like that's
Yeah, but that might be a reason why they're trying to like give up on hardware.
but that
You know what I mean?
might change if we have exclusive titles. But if y'all are gonna give all of our exclusives to everybody else,
But
like
are
I
they
was
even
about like sharing the exclusives. But now I'm kind of like, no, if that's the thing that makes everyone come over to us, then you can't give up the exclusives. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I guess so, but like Xbox, like I feel like they're not even really focused on exclusive. Like they have some exclusive titles, but like really, like how many exclusives do they have compared to PlayStation? Like not even a lot,
I
really.
mean, we have the potential to
The
gain a
potential,
whole
yeah.
bunch
But
with
is
all
that
these
really
developers, but if they just make the games for every console, then it kind of like, why would I buy an Xbox? You know what I mean? If I could play Xbox games on PlayStation, that's more reason for me to buy a PlayStation
true?
so that I can play PlayStation exclusives plus your Xbox games.
True. They should definitely hold on to their exclusives, but just
But
like
that's what
I
one of the rumors were. Like they're
yeah.
gonna give all of our exclusives to PlayStation, or it'll drop first on Xbox and then after a year come out on PlayStation. No, 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 no. No.
I do think that they're trying to move away from their hardware though, which is fine. But then they do have to hold on to their exclusives if they want people to still be like Game Pass subscribers. If that's what they're more focused on, they definitely need to like keep their exclusives, I think, and make more, honestly, because they don't have enough. But
I'm just saying the timing is this. This is bad timing. After buying up all these companies to now like pivot. Like they're always like Microsoft. You don't see this. Like I like it. It's a love hate thing with these kind of moves because I see them trying to innovate and trying to shift the industry, and sometimes they mess up. Like when they made the Xbox, they wanted to make Xbox focus on like TV shows and stuff like that. Yeah, that was bad. But like you can see the effects of it. Everyone has Netflix on their gaming console now. Like
mhm.
it's like automatic. But some of these, like when you hear the fans say, "Nah, this is a bad move," listen to the fans. This is a bad move, Xbox. Not yet.
I mean, I guess
Don't
we'll.
become a third party developer and give up all our stuff.
But this hasn't been confirmed yet, right? It's all just rumors. So
I didn't hear what
A lot
Phil
of
Spencer
speculation.
had to say about it. He said they were going to update. They were going to have a business meeting, update, press conference. I don't know what about this because of this leak. So it's nothing has been confirmed. These are all rumors and stuff like that. But you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. So this leak came from somewhere, and it seems to be credible if everyone's talking about it. So
mm, we'll see. James, you have the inside scoop or no?
Nah, but from just from a financial standpoint, I mean it would make sense to like, all right, let's if we're able to sell games to, more people, we'll make more money. And it seems like that's the direction a lot of these gaming companies are headed is how do we make more money? So it's crazy times in the gaming industry because everyone's just focused about dollars right now and not the experience of putting out great games and let's just be a
Yeah.
great gaming studio. Let's be a great company that makes a lot of money. So
Yeah.
and not
Well,
only that, with games like Power World, and I wish I would have remembered the name of these other games, but there's some games that are coming out under these like very small development studios where the game itself, the gameplay is like so much better than some of its counterparts that have $1 million budgets, and it's
mhm.
like maybe they're spending too much money in some of these quote unquote AAA titles that just like with Flash and it's not a real fun game. Like people are playing Power because the gameplay was actually fun.
Mhm.
So that's something to look at too. Like stop wasting all your money on just hype.
You know what this problem? You know what the solution to this problem is, Jaja? You should just get a PlayStation. Just come over to this side. It'll be a lot easier, I think.
we got some cool controller skins at Megacon for you. I think I seen a Tokyo Revengers one in it. I seen an Attack on Titan one for sure. So
Yeah. No? Okay. That didn't really see
damn,
Jaja's
It
like,
doesn't.
absolutely not.
Jaja
No,
owned a lot of Microsoft stock over there.
not
Actually,
not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
I'm sure we'll
Not
see.
ready to cross over yet.
I'm sure we'll see you over here at some point. We'll see. Um,
well, let's get to this TV movie news. This one wasn't mentioned on the rundown, but I did want to bring it up. So, have you guys heard about the Crunchyroll and Funimation merger that's about to finalize?
oh yes. I did hear about that. That's been
Yeah.
in the works for
So,
a while.
Funimation is officially part of Crunchyroll. This has been for a while. So, if you had Funimation previously, you've gotten access to Crunchyroll through your Funimation account. So now
Mhm.
you just watch it on Crunchyroll. But Funimation is about to shut down on April 2nd, 2024. So you got about 2 months left with your Funimation, and then you will be priced into the Crunchyroll pricing format.
Mhm.
So the price is going to increase dramatically. for people that were subscribed to Funimation previously.
How much did Funimation cost?
I believe Funimation, I gotta pull the exact numbers, but it was like 60 a year or something like that.
60 a
Maybe
year?
50 a year. And
Okay.
then Crunchyroll is like 90 or 80 a year. So
Ooh.
the
And
prices,
Crunchyroll has different tiers also. So it just depends on the
Yeah.
tier that you're in.
Wait, did y'all hear about the bad news coming from this?
What?
That like supposedly, and if you like bought anything on Funimation, you're gonna lose it. Like
Ooh.
if you bought a whole season of Naruto or something, you're like basically gonna lose access to it. Like,
Well, this goes back to what we were talking about a few episodes ago, guys. Stop buying things digitally on these digital platforms.
yeah, it's re-sparked the debate. Like, do you really own digital content?
Nope.
Like,
The answer is no, you don't. So,
and I gotta like, I'm not sure if maybe the Funimation server will still be there for you to access your stuff. You just won't be able to get it on your new Crunchyroll profile. Like, hopefully you'll still be able to access it somewhere. But from what I've read and watched, like you're gonna lose all that stuff that you bought.
So they did address this part too. So actually, if you log into Crunchyroll now, I just been seeing it now. You can merge your Funimation and Crunchyroll libraries. So like your watch history, all your watch lists, and all that stuff. It will be on Crunchyroll, but yeah, your digital downloads are going to be gone. So if you purchase anything digitally on Funimation or got a digital copy, because if you used to buy physical things, you could redeem a digital copy in Funimation. So even those are going away as well. So your watch lists and all your data and stuff will be folded into Crunchyroll, but you have to select to do it. So when you log into Crunchyroll, it'll say, merge my data or not merge my data, and then there's like a option for a third option too. But I just went to did a data merger. I don't remember what was on my Funimation, but I watched some stuff up there. I used to use it, the free tier of Funimation, so I don't think it was anything up there too dramatic. I think I had a couple physical or digital copies of like mangas and Funimation, so I'm gonna lose those, unfortunately, but
dang.
I wasn't using it anyway. So I mean, for me, it's not too big of a deal, but for the people that are actually paying money and stuff that are about to lose all this stuff that they digitally acquired, that definitely sucks.
It's a huge
Yeah.
deal. Huge
It
deal.
is a huge deal. But yeah, we just got to stop doing it. We got to stop buying things on these platforms for sure.
We buy all our video games digitally now.
I
Like,
know.
that's
I'm about to stop. I'm
my
about to go back to.
Xbox
I'm about to go back
profile.
to discs.
Like I'm like if they ever like say you can't access the stuff that you bought on there,
Yeah.
how
But
will
then
be raised.
it's hard to go back to discs then because like subscription services make like getting video games a lot easier because you don't have to pay full price for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
And some things are only releasing digitally. Some of the
yeah.
games.
Dang, they just want you to move away from discs indefinitely.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know what's crazy? I've been building up my list of Blu-rays that I want to buy for anime I like, and then the prices have already increased on
Of course.
a lot of them. So this is starting back in, I want to say like November-ish is when I started adding stuff to my list of ones that I wanted to buy. So of course I started with JoJo's, but I haven't gotten all of JoJo's yet, but the prices have already increased on the remaining ones that I haven't gotten. So I can only imagine it's getting more expensive from here now that everyone knows, like, all right, people are going back to digital. So maybe I'll stop by a GameStop, see if they got any anime in there, and buy it for $14 or whatever they charge at GameStop these days.
Yeah. Ugh, I haven't been in a
course.
I haven't been in a GameStop in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go find one today.
Hope to keep it that way. But interesting times for sure. So we'll definitely follow this the breakdown of the digital scam as more stuff like this starts to happen for sure. So real quickly, SAG-AFTRA has confirmed that Pedro Pascal is going to play Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. Are we excited about this? I'm not, because I feel like by the time this movie actually comes out, no one's going to care about it. But what do you guys think about this casting choice?
Man, they should have kept Jim Halpert in there, man.
I wonder if he's
I feel like
mad.
there was a lot better, like just choices aesthetically. Like
you feel like he
Pedro
doesn't fit the
Pascal is
profile?
an amazing actor. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he's an amazing actor. But yeah, the profile, I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe they could do it with makeup. I don't know.
Pedro Pascal is like I think he's like the hottest actor in Hollywood right now. Like he's in so many big projects right now. It's crazy. But yeah, I wonder if like John Krasinski is mad. I wonder if he wanted to actually play like the real Reed Richards.
I'm sure
Probably.
he wanted
I'll
to
wait
get
till
one
we
of the
see a
Marvel
trailer. I'm
contracts.
not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge till I see a trailer. Cause maybe he could pull it off.
I think he's a great actor. I think he'll be fine. I just think that it's just we just have to pray that Marvel will be fine, honestly, because Marvel is on a downhill. It's on a downhill spiral right now. So like when this actually comes out, probably in another 2 years, like will anyone care? That is my big question here. So we'll see. And Fantastic Four is a cursed property, so we'll see. The third time's a charm. We'll see if this is any better than the other two, which have been horrible. But who knows? But good for him. He's very popular right now, and I do love him as an actor. So
Yeah,
we'll
booked
see
and
what
busy.
happens. Yep. And then we have a trailer for Knuckles, which I didn't know that this was going to be a show. I thought this was going to be a movie. So, did you guys watch the trailer?
Yeah, oh for
I
sure.
didn't get to watch it yet, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it.
I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies, so
Oh really? Yeah, they're
Nope.
good.
are they?
How was the
Yeah,
trailer?
I mean,
The trailer actually looked good. Like I was like, oh, I would watch this, but it requires me to go back and watch the movie,
yeah,
which I don't
and
really
they
want to
had
do, but I'll do it.
they had Nuck If You Buck as like
They
the
did.
scoring for the trailer.
did.
So
That's fire.
They did. They
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I
So-
gotta watch the trailer now.
And did I see Kid Cudi is in this? Was that him in the trailer?
yeah, that was Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
crap. So
Yeah.
the first movie, I was like, but the second movie was fire. I thought the second Sonic movie was dope.
I just watch a YouTube video that sums it up. I don't really want to watch. I don't know, two Sonic movies I have to watch.
The first movie was more
Yeah, they're
about
like an hour
his
and a half.
human connection with the guy he meets in the real world, and then the second one is more about like Robotnik with Jim Carrey. Like you got to watch the second one. The second one was fire.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
but
they're actually really good.
okay, but this is gonna be a 6-episode show. Dropping on what? Paramount Plus?
Paramount
think.
Plus.
Paramount Plus. Did we see when is it? When is it dropping? Did it say?
Ooh, that's
I
a good question.
I don't
Is
think
it in
it
the trailer?
did. That's what I was. No, it doesn't say it in the trailer. One yet. But yeah, the trailer actually looked good. So
Oh, April 26th.
April 26th, right around the corner. So I'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess.
April 26th. All right, marking the calendar.
Yeah. It does look good. So
I
Just
love
felt
how
that
the
it's
new
the-
Spider-Verse movie and Mario movie are both on Netflix, and they just both pop up on my feed as soon as I open.
Oh,
my
are
app.
they? Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay. Are you gonna watch those again?
I already did.
Oh, I have to watch the Mario movie. I have to watch the Mario movie again because I definitely fell asleep in the theater for a little bit. Not because I didn't like it, just because I was tired. So I have to rewatch that for sure. All right, guys. Anything else before we wrap up for this week?
Oh, Madam Web drops this week.
Ugh. Who's going to see
Oh.
that? Is anyone going to see that?
Me?
I'm not. You're going to see it, Jaja? All right, you got to report back.
Yeah,
The trailer
yeah,
looks
check it out.
the trailer looks horrible. I'm not paying for it.
The trailer it didn't look bad.
First of all, the casting choice. What's his? I forgot the actress's name that's playing her. That was a terrible. It was a terrible casting choice, but it's fine. You got to let us know how it is. I will not be going. James, are you going to see it?
I hadn't planned on it, but if I hear good things, I'll go check it out.
I'm gonna try and go see it. I'm not making any promises, but I'm gonna try.
I just know that I don't have my AMC list anymore. So I have to be very selective about what I'm spending
Did you
money on.
cancel it?
Movies. I did cancel it because I was trying to like cut
Did
down on
they-
some stuff.
Did they say that you can't get it back for another 6 months?
Yep.
Ain't that some?
It
Like,
is.
that's the
It's
dumbest
crazy.
thing
I'm
I've
like
ever
6
seen.
months. At least make it like I understand that they're trying to like stop you from like canceling it and restarting it every time you want to go to the movies, but I feel like 6 months is a little extreme. I think 3 would have been fine, or 2, honestly.
I feel like my 6 months has passed, but that just turned me off from the whole thing.
Yeah, 6 months is crazy. But with that being said, I have to be very selective about what I'm spending $22 to go see in the movie theaters. And I definitely do not want that is not one of those movies that I will be spending money to see. But yeah, if you go see it, Jaja, you're gonna be our sole report on that. So
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm looking forward to it if you do end up going to see it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys, for another week of the pod. Gotta let Jaja go because it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure he's excited about that.
Yes. About to get some extra free time on my Sundays, but this is the last one.
Yeah. We may have a guest on the show next week. So make sure that everyone stay tuned for that. Should be a good
Yeah,
episode.
stay posted.
Yeah. Oh, James, do you want to tease who the guest is and like what they
Yeah,
do?
we got a friend of mine who from my same friend group where you guys met Brandon and Rashid. So yeah, he wants to come on. He likes fighting games a lot and Metroid. So we can talk fighting
And
games, we can talk Metroid, we can talk anime.
Great. And he competes in tournaments, so I definitely want to hear about that.
He does, yeah. He plays competitively.
Nice. Did he listen to our
Is he
ranking
any
episode?
good? I don't know. He can't beat me. I know that much. So
Are you in tournaments, James?
yeah, I play in tournaments.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you gotta.
Are y'all playing Tekken 8?
Me, nah. Well, tournament wise, I play Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So we'll have him on the show next week, hopefully. So yeah, definitely tune in for that. And as always, if you have anything that you want to hear us talk about, or if you are a creator or anyone in the nerd space and you want to be a guest on our show to talk about your hobby, if you're a cosplayer, if you compete in video game tournaments, if you make comics, anything like that, you can email us at blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And oh, I butchered that, guys. Wow, completely. Subscribe to us on YouTube or on your podcast listening app of choice, and follow us on Instagram at Blerdsnerds and on TikTok Blerdsnerds. Blerdsnerds_pod. Wow. Okay. I need to start I'm gonna pre-record this part so I don't have to say it every time. It's gonna stick it on the end. As always,
it's way better like
this. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I'm Jaja.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.